I watched the movie Outsourced. In this movie, a US company called Western Novelty decides to outsource their call center to Mumbai, India. The main character, Todd Anderson, is laid off in the process, but he is forced to travel to India to train his replacement before he is let go. This movie is based around the central theme of clashing cultures. He's extremely apprehensive at first to go, and when he arrives, he clearly does not fit in with the poor rural landscape he finds. He is very abrasive towards the Indians he gets to know and refuses to experience the Indian way of life. When Todd begins to train the new employees, he tries to get them to pretend to be as American as possible because he thinks they will raise their quota and make more money. However, a woman named Asha challenges him to learn about India after he accidentally makes an offensive statement during training. He visits a McDonald's and takes part in the Indian Color Festival, the Holi Festival. He later apologizes for trying to make the trainees all act American and says he wants to learn about India. He does this by befriending many of his employees, and they bond over teaching each other slang and dance, for example, from their respective cultures. He also falls in love with the woman Asha, even though she is already involved in an arranged marriage. On a trip with Asha, he discovers the beauty of Indian culture when visiting a temple and learning about Hindi gods. After this trip, he sets out to embrace all aspects of Indian culture and finds beauty in the traditions and customs he originally brushed off, and the beauty in the people he looked down on as inferior when he first arrived. In this movie, the theme involving clashing American and Indian cultures is very prevalent in Todd's internal struggle as he learns to embrace and welcome a new way of life. Just as Todd learns about India, he teaches the people he meets about America. This movie clearly depicts the change from clashing cultures to a blend of culture and tradition throughout Todd's trip.